Hey everybody, welcome back, and today we're going to be doing a full breakdown of our Walt Disney World trip starting on December 31st. Our Walt Disney World trip is a doozy this year. Everyone pretty well knows that I had shoulder surgery last year, hence the reason why we are not going in September is because I had to use the vacation time for work to kind of live off of while I was, going through recovery in January. So, our trip this year is planned at the very last day of the year. That way we can still say we went on a trip this year. We're going to cover a lot of information. These videos are usually jam-packed full of information. So we're going to be breaking down the videos we're going to be making. We're going to be breaking down our trip, our dining reservations, our hotel resorts. We're going to be breaking all of that down in this video. So strap yourselves in. Our dates from when we are going is December 31st through the January the 13th. This is a very particular set of dates that we picked for a very specific reason. New Year's Eve at Disney World, as anyone knows, is one of the most crazy and insane times to go. And this is why we will not be in the parks on that day. We've set our trip up to kind of get the best of how everything's going to play out. December 31st, we will fly from Shreveport, Louisiana, using Delta Airlines. First time flying with them. And we should be landing in Orlando a little bit before noon. We will stick to our normal routine when it comes to landing at Disney World. We'll obviously eat at Pop, make a trip out to Disney Springs, and then we will have our dining reservation at California Grill. This will be part one of a video that we're making. You guys will probably see which video that is as we progress throughout the video. We will watch Fantasy in the Sky at 9 p.m. and at which point we will go back to Pop and get some rest before everybody else wants to stay up to and past midnight. So that's not our play here. We won't be recording this show. More than likely we'll be streaming it because it's a one and done show. So there's really no reason to record it from California, from the Contemporary Resort. So we will be streaming this show. We'll have more details as we get closer to it. New Year's Day, we will actually be off property. We will be at SeaWorld Orlando. We haven't been to SeaWorld in a couple of years in Orlando, so it'd be a great opportunity to get some footage and ride some of the new rides that are there. Give Icebreaker another go. Everyone keeps telling me you got to give it another chance, so we're going to ride that one, the new Penguin ride, and the surf coaster there. We're going to grab the credits for those. And, of course, we're going to have to ride Mako. I mean, come on. What's there not to love there? As soon as we get done, we'll be leaving there a little bit early. We'll be heading back to Walt Disney World, where we will get dropped off at the Polynesian Village, where we will be streaming another fireworks show. We'll be streaming from the Polynesian Village Beach, Happily Ever After. This will be the first time that we get to see this one on this trip, so we'll be streaming that show as well. It's kind of up in the air if I'm going to include it. I don't really think I want to include that footage there, so 99% sure it's going to be a live stream on New Year's Day. That's the only thing outside of the parks. On the 2nd of January, when most people are getting ready to go home, we will be in Magic Kingdom. Our first park day at Disney World will be at Magic Kingdom. We have a lunch reservation for Be Our Guest. Anybody that knows me that knows that I absolutely love this restaurant. It's something that I enjoy. I enjoy the environment, the food there. It's always phenomenal. The steak is really good as well, so that's why we have everything set for there. We will be recording our first angle for our Happily Ever After video. We are creating a tribute video to Happily Ever After to pay tribute to such an amazing nighttime spectacular. So that's what we're doing during this trip with that. On the 3rd of January, we will be at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We will be having the VIP Fantasmic dining package. During this time, we estimate that they'll be doing the shows, 2 shows on this week. They won't end the 2 shows until the end of this week. So our selections that we picked this time was Hollywood Brown Derby. We went to Hollywood Brown Derby back in 2022, and to me, this is one of the most slept on restaurants that have steak that we've had an opportunity to eat at. The environment was good. The food was absolutely phenomenal. I had 0 complaints about the service, the environment, or the food. It was all just fantastic. The filet was really, really tender and really juicy and full of flavor. It was so amazing. And so the creme brulee, you can never go wrong with that. We'll be recording 2 angles of Fantasmic that night. In the past, when we did Fantasmic back in 2022, we streamed 1 night and then recorded 3. This time, we're not streaming any, and we are recording 4. So we will record 2 angles. We'll watch the first show using the Fantasmic dining. Then we'll leave the area, get back in line, and go get to our other spot for our second recording of that show. On the 4th, we'll be at Epcot. This is probably a no-brainer for most people. We'll be eating at Le Cellier for dinner. Probably an early dinner, probably anywhere between 5 and 5:30. We will be shooting our first angle for Luminous, the Symphony of Us. We won't know exactly where our angles are going to be until we get in the park and we see what our camera is going to be able to do and what it's going to look like. But we have dinner at Le Cellier. It's a no-brainer. This is one of my favorite restaurants in all of Disney World. Easily some of the best steaks that I've ever had in my entire life so far. On the 5th, we'll end the week at Disney's Hollywood Studios, where again we'll be eating at Hollywood Brown Derby. Finishing up our Fantasmic recording with the final 2 shows that they're going to have been going on that night. After that, we will have a park-free day, no parks, on the 6th, and we'll be doing a lot of different stuff. The number one thing is probably sleeping in, looking at some of our footage, making some changes and adjustments to see what we need to do different, if we need to make it better, if we need to change our lens or how everything's going. We have a dinner reservation at Shula's. This is the first time, there are going to be a lot of first times on this list, the first time of us eating at Shula's. It's always been recommended when you talk about one of the best steaks in all of Disney World. Shula's definitely gets thrown into the mix. So we definitely wanted to give them a go. This is one of the more priciest. I think this is the exact same price as California Grill. It's pretty up there and pretty expensive. From there, we'll just go to the resort, and then we'll probably take a bus or something. And it's up in the air if we'll make our way back to the Polynesian Village to watch fireworks there, or if we'll watch Luminous outside of Epcot, since Shula's is on the boardwalk, which is right next to Epcot. More than likely, we're probably going to be, watching Luminous because it's right next to the Skyliner. So after we get done watching Luminous, then we can simply just walk up a couple of blocks and get on the Skyliner and go back to Pop. So we will more than likely, if I can find us a really good spot, we'll more than likely be streaming that night as well, just to kind of have something out there for you guys. On the 7th, we'll be heading back to Epcot, recording our second angle of Luminous, the Symphony of Us. We have a dinner reservation at Yachtsman Steakhouse. Again, another really good recommendation that people have always been saying. I've heard a lot of great things about this place, so definitely going to give it a try and see how everything plays out. On the 8th, we'll be at Magic Kingdom. We have a dinner reservation at Steakhouse 71. Now, we have tried to stay away from this place, but it's really difficult to stay away from it when we're doing a video about steaks. You got to throw Steakhouse 71 in the mix. There's a lot of good things there. There are some not so good things there too, but this is my first time eating here, so we're gonna kind of give it the best that we got. On the 9th, we'll be back at Epcot. And we will be eating lunch or dinner. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. More than likely, it'll be lunch at Garden Grill. We wanted to do at least one character dining, and if you're going to do at least one character dining, why not do the best one, period? Garden Grill is by far one of the best character dinings that we've ever had the opportunity to be a part of. The character interactions are always great, and the food is absolutely amazing. So why would we not? Why wouldn't we? We'll also be recording our next to last angle for Luminous that night. That night's a really crucial night, depending on what Festival of the Arts is doing for the World Showcase. Really depend on how we really shoot that. Our next day, we kind of have a split day. It's a park-free day, but it's not a park-free day. There will be no Genie Plus during this day. We won't be going to the park to ride anything. Essentially, we'll be sleeping in, going to Disney Springs, going to the boardwalk, doing stuff, and just messing around. We're probably going to go play some golf. And then at the end of all of it, we have a dinner reservation at the Flying Fish where we will eat dinner. And then after dinner, we will make our way to Magic Kingdom. Now, it's at Magic Kingdom where we will record another angle for our Happily Ever After video. This will 99% sure this will be one of our back angles, because we did something similar to this past September, and it worked out really well for us because we simply just wanted to record the fireworks on this day. And being that it's a park-free day and we wanted to just goof off and goof around, it's a really great thing to do it. On the 11th, we will be back at Magic Kingdom, spending a full day there. This will be our last day at Magic Kingdom. We'll be recording Happily Ever After, finishing up that video there. We have lunch at Be Our Guest. It's kind of a no-brainer there. And then our final day on the 12th, we will finish it up at Epcot, where we record our final angle for Luminous, the Symphony of Us, and we will also be eating dinner at Le Cellier. If you're going to go out with a bang. When we figure all of this stuff up, the total prices for one adult, estimating for tax and everything, runs right about $1,330. For people who are wondering how much that stuff would cost per adult, it is $1,330. That includes one quick service meal each day. So that's just essentially for food. I normally figure in about $400 to $500 for Disney Genie Plus, so you can kind of do the math on that one. So I'm going to try to bring $2,000, which is normally what I do on a solo trip anyway. Other videos, we eat at just about every major steakhouse in Disney World, because we were going around and we're getting videos and footage and pictures and stuff of all of these steaks, and we're going to come up with a video of who has the best steak in Disney World. So if you guys have any recommendations, make sure to put them in the comment section down below. Maybe I'll be able to squeeze them in when we get ready to go. We'll also be doing vlogs each day that we're there. If there are some days where I just kind of want to chill and enjoy my vacation and just have fun, then I probably won't shoot. It really just depends, how it is. Normally before, we would make videos every single day, but this trip it's something that's a little bit different. It's not a priority to make the vlogs on those days. We're going to try to do our best, but it's a pretty good chance that every single day is going to be a vlog. We go home on the 13th. Our flight leaves at 10 a.m. So that way, if we have any issues with our flights, we are able to make any adjustments ahead of time. That's pretty much it. We're going to be getting ride POVs. Some of them we're going to be reshooting because I really want to reshoot them in 4K. The 8K camera just is always better with a stationary rather than something that's moving. So if you guys have any questions or any recommendations for dining, make sure to sound off in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.